mukagule mutegeere nti
police Robert Chagulanyi Center mu NDP presidential candidate ali kumpi ku electoral commission jagenda okuba summoned by electoral commission abeko byanyonyola lwaki violating amateeka ga COVID-19 omuli SOPs bafulumya ekitongole ky'ebyobulamu. Bwe tweyongerayo ku nsonga y'emu, police ng'eyita mu mwogezi waayo afande Fred Enanga yavuddeyo n'egamba nti media council ina okubanga regulatinga abo bonna bannamawulire abagenda okukola mu kaseera kano aka campaigns.
Where is the media council?
Olinga ga media council
eriwa niba nabasajja nimwe babazaalawa. Let me tell you, these people are not informed. Government enacted a law, the 1995 Media Act, which recognized journalism as a profession, as the level of medicine and law. I urged at that time, nze teka nali wakanya, nibaga nti nze sayina degree. I said, okay. A degree, is it killing a person?
A degree in media.
Ante teka likugamba. A teka likugamba. Established a professional body for journalists. The National Institute of Journalists of Uganda, NIJU. The last president of NIJU was my sister Nabusai. NIJU Yafa. Tell your professional body ya Uganda. Yafa. No, wait. No, you get a police singer to my inti. Echitu chafa. There is no
according to your observation. Let's assume
NIJU, a professional body for journalists, died. Is not functional. They have been telling the journalists until that might decay, might take a wrong, but it never decays. On the statute, when you look at the statute, the 1995 media statute, you have a professional body. You have membership. Membership is divided into 3 categories. 1, full members, you must have a university degree. The second members, to buy honorary members. If you don't have a university degree, then you are not a member. You cannot stand for elections, and you cannot be voted. You cannot vote.
Kasoke malize kino wala kibuzo kyengenda okubuuza muzei Tamale.
Ate kati gwe nkugambye kati ombuuza kikyo tategedde.
Ogamba NIJU yafa.
Ogamba nti omusajja yazadde nkunyonyola nti omusajja taba na lubuto tayinza kuzaala mu ddwaliro.
Kati tukimanyi National Media Council regulating aba journalists mu Uganda.
Kiri ekintu.
And your observation
ogamba teri. So many things. Let us handle one issue at a time.
Okay.
I'm telling you. Government in 95 gave a lot of money to government bawafula be bakirimu nga bwawafula balimiddwa okuwamba wuja nibaga katukolewe professional body nembagamba objectivity is not legalized. I have never appeared before court of law.
Objective is not legality.
Bonna abantu teyo badduka kakati mweyo mwe muri media council mweri etteeka lyaleta media council. You register, a journalist must be registered. A journalist must have a practice certificate gojirina
njina
ojijawa ngate biri byafu
najija ku National Media Council
wa etachakole etaliyo
ati observation yo ne offices
eriwa Media Council yeriwa media manya NIJU eriruda wateri me the president of NIJU
and National Media Council
eva muno media etekali elimuli ejagiteeka
media council nakuva mu
without a functioning professional body atojawa
katolinga gamba National Media Council teriwo mu mateeka
atenga soko enanga asoka atulage the headquarters of NIJU and the president of NIJU in Uganda and where you go annually to get a practice certificate.
Mzee Tamale, olinga gamba National Media Council eriwo mu bumenyi bwa mateeka.
That is a product of the media, the professional body, which is dead. Kubanga the intention of the law yali ya gundi njuki nafa yali ya cheye nafa cheye yagenda mu government nze nange bali bantagetinze president upgraded my education kati nina degree B.
So which body do we have for now?
Teriwo
Kagamba kino enanga kyafulumiza okugamba banamawulire bonna bagenda okukola campaigns balina okubeera nga bali accredited ekibiina kitaliyo.
Let us assume parliament bwebanga teriiwo, can you have a committee of parliament?
Hapana.
Ekyo kyali mu NRF the military commission under Paul Mwanga and Yoweri Museveni captured the power. UNLF never over basigalawo as a standing committee. Kakati njakale nankambulire the headquarters of Nijo where I can go for accreditation. And once you a member of the professional body, a lawyer, can a lawyer get accreditation to work in Uganda? You get a certificate. When you go to Kenya, how can you tell a Ugandan journalist?
So is this a direct attack on media?
The anti-Shenkubulia should wait it. Agataba no Kalaba. They saw media
in Uganda.
Nababulia Nembagamba, in the Tawali Uganda just one Seko. Nabagamba. To begin with, government has to endeavor appreciate media operations. Democratic governance also dictates that the government world over must ensure press freedom. However, this must be dual carry for media practitioners to gain from their social contract with the masses, because we have a social contract with the masses. Professional ethics must be upheld. Objectivity and accuracy in reporting are very important. Societies will always shun an arrogant media institution, especially when there is an alternative. This calls to mind Chinua Achebe is no longer as it is. Kakati nkugamba nti professionalizing journalism ya Ghana.
Wana Uganda?
Yes, in professionals waliwo terms zotamanyi. When you go to court without a lawyer, court does not see you. Kakati njagala mbulire which constitutes professionalism in media. Nti muine bigambo bimwogera balabi batategere. Objectivity and fairness are inborn. A journalist is not trained. Training gives you knowledge. Kakati bwe kibalwana nakyo nakibawandikira wano. Checkbook journalism ubakubira Museveni. Sente za Museveni zawaayo okuwa amawulire bazibba. Nti buli task force gy'ateeka weereka etubbi mabanja miliyoni zange 600 ayina gwe yalagira azimpi n'azibba. Nje mukolako ng'abalala bonna. Kubanga media relationship, what you are dealing with is the fact that the media is tilting towards Bobby Wine. The media is exposing the amateurism of the police.
But accredited and regulated to bring fairness, and balanced reporting. Tamale, wakati wange nawe tukirabye nti mu campaign zino katono nyonga tonasoma mu campaign zino tulabye ngo mulimu gwaffe buyingiddwamu abantu abatasoma mawulire neyinga babakola live reporting
babasinga ati babasinga
babakola live reporting
ati babasinga kati tunulira medical doctors, psychologists failed. Mama Fina ali prominent. Koja Chimbowa yakola gundi. Wona ganti kamba janjabi Museveni government iri balimpa. Why? Because the psychologists have failed to tell you that poverty affects your libido. Kakati atebo bali to go bogenda mu ba doctor okufuna yo onogondi gwe bakola bakubuza condition irachi bano ba Chimbowa ba herbalists bajanjabi indadde new including cancer which doctors cannot. How can a quack doctor do better work in an election? Nze ntambula mu kibuga oyinza kulowooza nti waliwo abagoberera ng'owulira olwogano bali ku smartphones balaba Bobi Wine rallies. Bobi Wine yabagamba don't expect us to have a fair coverage. Fenna tufuuke TV. Kakati enanga tamanyi. Instead of telling his masters that this is a problem, the problem even if you cover nkubulya goli wa mawulire. Bobi Wine nga yakuyise uyu mwogezi we Senyonyi n'ofuna opondo n'akuyita olagawa.
Ngenda wa Senyonyi.
Yes. Ewa Senyonyi katuukira wakayinja. Akamu Museveni baba akabyedda. Kakati if you don't address nabandi wait nakuwandikira negamba checkbook journalism. This is where journalists are induced to doctor stories and the practice is prevalent in Uganda. In fact, the first item journalists attended to at public functions is to list down their names of those in attendance and submit it to the organizers for inducements. Interestingly, the organizers make it part of the budget. On many occasions, squabbles arising from these inducements erupt between organizers and journalists. It was noted earlier that before the advent of NRM, journalism was despised. Practicing the profession was referred to as abolugambo, occupation for rumormongers. The stereotype, kakati nkugamba, nti Bobi Wine yabasinzizza, yasitadinga, n'ategeera nti abamawulire ba Uganda, media institutions are under the total control
of the state.
What do? Let me create in this atmosphere, create a TV without boundaries.
The online TVs. Is this a direct attack on the media?
Auntie, let Museveni use trusted people. I'm only working for him because I'm committed. She's a kid to come. Nenga nange munziba. Nze program musino bansasula. No. Nengo leta dombo mbwanfuge. Ngolota akachiiko. Mbukaliko simanyo ofono. Kalikane. Kaliko doni. Goba. Attention gently nabani madman.
Doesn't this violate the democracy we have in the country?
Let Museveni ask his media experts. Why is Bobi Wine scoring on media? Not to use force. No.
He's scoring on social media than mainstream media.
Kakati tuchafayo kumwe. In fact, mwenye nchiwandika kambabuli na banalizing Bobi Wine. Nembaga nti Bobi Wine wabakubira ku media. Nti media yamu ekyeve wandika ku gundi ku Bobi Wine erimu. Nti Bobi Wine kakati mutunuulire temulaga laliza Bobi Wine. Naye mukimanyi nti ne TV zammwe zonna naki Bobi Wine ye last item. Mukimanyi nti mu bulletin Bobi Wine lwaki ye last item.
Anti wenkubuuza.
Who directed you?
Kyenkubuuza.
Can you explain why Bobi Wine is always on the last item? These media owners have learned when you broadcast in the bulletin the item about Bobi Wine, ngabantu bagenda.
So where's the democracy we talk about?
What these people have decided to do, the media owners, is Bobi Wine is always the last item. You keep these people glued on your TV as they wait. Why? Because the news they wait, which is different. I worked for the president for 14 years. Museveni travels the country canvassing support on the same program. Tarimba. He will use the same message in Arua. He will use the same message. This does not work away with the journalist. This is when Museveni starts a rally on headlines, 3 days later, he will move to page 3. Because the news is what is new. Disclosing, you are saying something for the first time. What the Bobi Wine are saying, for them they are like chameleons, they change according to the environment. Njabawa masanyalazi, njakubadize mundu. This makes headlines. Nti every kasera inachi. Kubanga, the role of Bobi Wine, amanyita ajja kufuga gwanga tajja kuwangula Museveni. That one I know. Na ye kyakola to excite the population.
Katono nyo.
Where is Museveni's media team? The Minister of Information in our cover is now busy campaigning for herself. Ejogoli onolionna Mirundi mumujeko wano. If I did not resist it, singani hapo ugerera. Tumujeko wano. Polokola mwendo tumujeko jijeko kolente goba bamu togo bagwasa. Njagalo mulezo njagala ndaba jijako. Jako polokola muyange mukolente goba bamu togo bagwasa bentwe bajasa.
Tewali ajijako mzee Tamale.
Why do I move with the hammer? He's a madman. Is what? Kakati singanze sali zizitinga nemba beramu okujoga obujuza abantu
so kono bukubanga kujoga butula bantu wine aina dominance ku social media that can't be regulated na mainstream is regulated let me katono nyo Bobi Wine aina coverage mainstream mugambe kana akawala ka media center ni internet kaji monitoring labayo isn't the media democracy compromised?
No, analyze mbadde nkunyumiza nti the rise of radio in America bagenda ne bagwera radio station nti ewemula abasajja ne bagenda mu international waters ne bateekako radio yaabwe yes era ngewemula mu Latin America, ngewemula mu America, bali mu international waters. What are you going to do to them? During the Falkland War, the BBC was jammed in Latin America. Abalasa bawa Argentina technology. Kakati, what are you going to do? Why do I have the largest following? Natadeke chiro kusawez satu ngamba nembatekako nga boogera how they plotted to put Kasolo in jail, how they killed this man nga boogera benyini nti Kasolo is innocent. The whole thing was intended to put Kasolo in jail. Boogera
era yabyeganye against the political commission.
Kakati olaba bwe bakyuse, the issue has changed from the dead man to a rallies. Chiri chirazewa. Killing a person to put another one in jail. Can he work with you? Not to one. Utwala omutwe mu parliament basibe kadaga. Where is the case? One day you answer. One day you answer. Because you slaughter a kid to take a head to parliament to implement kadaga in murder and which could have not the omukazi Lumumba is in hiding. Niyo mubakola mwakite mubavaamu abantu bano tubalekere ekintu kyabwe nidda mafia tugirekere government yaabwe
tumalize ekintu kya media kubanga kitukwatako nga
laba Lumumba nti when the president directed as chairman nti badelegates abajja mbawe emitwalo 10 kakati president
bagamba 25 bafuna
10 president makes concessions depending on how he has assessed the situation. He is a human being. Nagenda mweri ya ni mwajuinga yo wapoye. Emitwalo 10 muzaite gitumala naga nti babawe 15 nemuga nti abadde atubba. Omukazi utafunanga ko mirembe. Ate nga nabawandikira mu katabo muno nemba gamba Lumumba is why Lumumba will succeed where others have failed. Lumumba is the only Secretary General in the history of Uganda with the Kirunda who have not tried to undermine their bosses using the secretariat. The first Secretary General of UPC was Kakonge. Kakonge better undermined him because he was more educated. Namu tricking and Namganda, Katakuchobokola, better headquarters or coordinating Jakutwanya 10 nominees. Kakonge, Obete Tiamute Kamu 10 nominees. He went, as Uganda was celebrating independence, Kakonge was the first exile. He fled to Tanzania. Paulo Muwanga, because era Paulo Muwanga yafuga UPC. Paulo Muwanga offered his parliamentary seat to Kakonge. Obete ne yedita Grace Ibingira. Grace Ibingira connived with the Mengo leaders in 66 to remove Obete. Secretary General. Obete ne yedita Felix Onama. Onama yegatana mini na amujako. Secretary General. Museveni ne Obete ne nalita Lord Kirunda. Kirunda never attempted to overthrow Obete. Loyal. Total loyalty.
So is
Museveni yeretera Mbabazi kuba Secretary General yamukubiye ekigo. The only Secretary General in the history who have never tried to undermine their bosses is Lumumba and Lord Kirunda. I wonder, I think they were so very loyal.
So many bali mugamba bali musako matibambuzi
ojukira nti president lwe mu delegates conference bashoutinga Lumumba. Who did it? A woman in the State House. Yali yakala kwa Secretary General. Ayakala kwa Secretary General. Nga ne president abawamu. Arrogance nabacheno. Ye yagula abayiso ne bamuoganira. Nkutereko nkukubira akatambi nga kaka yogera n'oyo mukazi mu State House. Nkukubadduka. Ngabagala kujja ko Lumumba. How can you Lumumba abade paper ne bakuba. Lumumba zibade gati sinik sintu intakatete ati nzije nembatta mwe mbayira sidi wensangawo. You spoil my marriage. What type of media is this? But it's suppressing. This is not a media. These are mediocres, mercenaries. Katibukedde abadde akuba naye mbaga nti banebukedde bw'olaba akuba nga talekeraawo yakulaze ne baga nti muzaata agenda kululuma alulumi.
What can we do to restore the media independence?
No, wait. The elections are remaining in 26 days if not 30 days. The government has failed to respond to this new strategy by Bobby Wine. Nti n'amawulire agakusibisizza n'egundi akikusibisizza and they are denting Museveni izichi.
Kino kyonna kijjiddamu kuba Bobby Wine.
This is how Muwanga spoiled Obote's election. Obote yali amaze okuwangula akalulu ke 17 MPs had gone unopposed. Siba na abamwe batumwebaza abatasobola kuwangula bakasajja abatasobola kuwangula.
So ngatumaliza mzee ogamba nti Bobi Wine namanya ku social media
nera bamuwanga bwajja nadiclare nga bali
ogamba nti Bobi Wine namanya ku social media mainstream tali so kino kyabaita
nango bamunziba how much money omuntu agende wa president yamubuuza how much money do you give that man? Is laughable.
So mzee kino kibaleta.
Nagano omusala gwabo.
Kino kibaleta.
Ompa milioni emu n'ekitundu.
Kino kibaleta kyakuba
advisor milioni emu kitundu. How does the salary reflect it?
Kino kibaleta kyakuba Bobi Wine ku social media.
Ne abalemyeko. Amini yesanga mu kizibu kyekimu. Tanzania yateekawo radio Tanzania Dar es Salaam. Nga kuliko akawala akamba akaitanga nakata akalaji nga boogera luziba Luganda olufu. Radio Tanzania nga abantu bajiwulira mu kisenge bati Amini okamala. Kati Amini naayita ba elders beeyita ba elders. N'abagandi banna Radio Tanzania mujiwulira. Sajja nagandi tasaba tetujiwulira. Naye bakuvumirako nnyo ate gwe gy'otawulira. Mirundi twamukyawa tetumulya naye akasajja kavuma abantu you are stupid. How can you know that I'm abusive if you don't listen to what I say? Kakati bano beenanga balemu okuyimirirawo ne bagamba bakama baabwe I'm a policeman. I'm not going to do Nabakoba's work. I'm not going to do the media work. Agundi mwali kawala ni mukoleta abu ni mugoba mutabazi. Omulenzi oli ajoga abantu. Mbwateke waka wala ajeke moyo mwali. Ajeke mba bali kitawe bamuti. Kakati mwe is you are reaping what you planted. You chased away all of the experts. The expert mwabagoba media experts mwabagoba. Ofane yali adusena kuduka ngalaze wuwe. Nimuleta gundi Rogers mulindwa na maroba kolere myaka 5 when it comes to money Rogers mulindwa mubi dombo na atula kubali center and agent you are reaping what you planted. It's not Bobi Wine.
Katoyone Mose ndala yakoza mawulire wiki wete onakulwa kwetu kyali mu.
To humiliate your people, you are allies. The more you humiliate your allies, you are paying.
Temujonga ngababa kolere. Yali asaba omukulembeze gw'eggwanga okufunira baba masekati entambule n'abayambako okuddukanya emirimu gyabwe egyokulya egyokulabirira empyo
abantu ne bajoga buli muntu yenna
weewaawo wiiki ewedde mujoga buli muntu yenna ne mujoga wiiki ewedde omukulu Sheikh Yusuf Sonko head of House of Zakat ekibuli yavuddeyo n'akakasa lwatu nti bafunye emmotoka 12 omuli zi Lexus ne zi Land Cruisers emmotoka ziri 11 era nga yakakasiza nti n'endala eziwera ddala 40 zikyali ku Hotel Africana bagezaako zitereza kusidako number plate wamu n'ebintu ebirala. Tukirabyeko n'abalala omuli aba Interreligious Council omuli abakatuliki omuli aba Protestant bonna amadini bazze bafuna emmotoka okuva eri omukulembeze w'eggwanga. Naye kino kye twebuuza mu kaseera mwe zijjidde, is it a campaigning strategy oba okusaba kwabo kuddibwamu? Mzee Tamale.
Anti kankubuulire. What's the perception of Ugandans? The perception of Ugandans, bakulinda n'ovuma. The moment you change, I was telling you, how you were going through humiliation. I lost my political career, but why didn't I abandon Museveni? He listened to the tape. Gabatudde nalweso yenna musonyiye. After listening to Mwenda's ne Mwenda says, oli omujozi eyali anzanyirako n'aleetawo. Tolinjogako yadde omulambo gwange mulenzi gwe. Tolinjogako gwe. Kakati, but why didn't I abandon the president? Nali nkimanyi. In politics, you cannot move from one end of politics to the other. Bidandi oyinake weekoledde. Mbabaze nti this is the best man. Kakati, how do you turn around? Kakati, ekyo kye kikubya abakulembeze bonna. When you see a couple quarreling at night, it is followed. A quarrel is always followed up by silence. The quarrel is over whether the quorum, you have a quorum to the speaker has the quorum to open up parliament. A quarrel in a couple's bedroom is always followed up by a silence or a funny noise. Kakati ffe tukulinda, etukugamba obadde ovuma Museveni ng'oli munnaddiini, obadde okolera ggwanga oba obadde okolera mmotoka, kasita ogifuna gwagwogwo nga bakufiisa.
aho wenyini mujagala okumulira nti
is a beneficiary
opposition yabadinga bagamba nti ekisubiro natulina kibuli nga bagamba namirembe basirika
kibuli yakubiddwa
nga bagamba erubaga
mbadde mpana nnyo akatabo kange nabadde mpandise ku the political magic of the Kakungulu family nakwokeza bagudde katonda yanyambye nemba nga sinnakafulumya badde bankwatiddeyo kubanga kati buuza nabagamba nti bukeddeeyo bwogitunuulira ekutagiraga ekinaddako kakati what does it mean? It means that Kibuli was split into two groups. The anti-Museveni group, the group that feared that we are losing our credibility. Kakati nebayo group endala ekyo mu Baganda tukirina. Abaganda ab'ekika ky'obutiko bafiirwa jjajjaabwe omukulu w'ekika ab'obutiko the marshal omukiraano kakati jjajjaabwe bwe bamuziika after 4 days grave nemera obutiko the argument ensued tuli obutiko buno atuba tulidde jjajja abalala ne baga nti jjajja atugabudde olaba ne mu ttaka atugabudde lwaki taleese kye tutalya kakati because of democracy of the Baganda the clan split into two ab'obutiko n'abakatinvuma over this issue obutiko tubulye obuli ku malaalo ga jjajja oba nedda they did not kill each other. The group that accepted to eat the mushrooms on their clan leader's grave said jjajja atugabudde ekijjulo we cannot reject it bo beeba obutiko abali obutiko be bakatinvuma kakati that is what happens in groups. Now it is clear the battle between Muzata, the widow, and the Bukede issue, what this man was saying. The widow, it seems, was saying, do you believe that if Kibuli received the vehicles, Muzata wouldn't get their spokesperson? Their face, Muzata was the face of Kibuli. So it seems the widow is quarreling over who should take this vehicle now that my husband is dead. The second point I learned from there, who was this group that was spoiling the waters, mudding the waters in Kibuli? Etwalayo Bobi Wine. Nabagamba ti Bobi Wine ab'Ekibuli sibe bamuyita.
Bani abamuyita?
There is a faction, not the old sheikhs. Bobi Wine musajja mugezi nnyo. Bobi Wine okuyimbako kwamuyamba nnyo nti akola ebintu Museveni byatasobola kukola era mbagamba bulijjo nti if a woman who shouts obscenities engages in a verbal battle with a decent woman the other one wins. Toka yakuwemula buwemuzi kakati kaleke naawe kaleke tokaddamu sikumaze kakati Bobi Wine alina ebintu byakola byatasobola kukola ba gentlemen. Bobi Wine bwagenda Ekibuli n'ategeera nti eri omuntu eyafudde Ekibuli akwata abantu 100 abamu tebaba n'abasiraamu n'abambaza Juba asatu n'agateeka emabega w'ekidaala asatu n'agateeka mu mido asatu n'agateeka wano okumwaniriza immediately he arrives this front people batandika okukuba mu ngalo
ayingiddewo
n'abeeri mu mido n'abeeri ne bawaga kakati these people are overwhelmed. Kyova olaba yayogera Ekibuli neŋŋamba nti mulumbe banamuganda ati already they are captured. Kakati ne bamugamba alina strategy ti Bobi Wine okwogera ayogera atya bwe baayita Latifu Ssebaggala ajja ayogere mu bayimaamu bonna bagamba bayimaamu agenda okuboogerera kubanga osooka kuwamba gundi master of ceremonies bayimaamu bonna agenda okuboogerera ye imaamu wa parliament olwakwata akazindalo yagamba bannaffe ng'enkola bweri ne munnaffe ali wano naye kaakole ki kaayogere ku Bobi Wine n'ayogera. I was investigating why Museveni sends the women, these young girls, the Nakalimas and what ku Islamic functions. Anti Musiramu tagenda ku jeneza. It means the Chigongos knew what was happening. Chigongo wamulabayo. Chigongo yali ategedde nti this is a battle between the people in Kibuli. If Chigongo went there, it would have been shouted down. One, Kibuli was split over Motoka.
So eriya babadde babala emmotoka babadde kusaidia Bobi Wine
ababala emmotoka tebabadde kusaidia abatagala mmotoka bebabadde batwala Bobi Wine
abatayagala mmotoka bebadde bamutwala
ababadde beyambisa institution politically kati Museveni abasilence naye abalese bubi Museveni abalese bubi nnyo.
What does this take our country?
Anti nze kyova olaba the chief advisor of myself is myself.
Kubanga abaloyi b'emyoyo tubasubira okubeera nga bali independent.
Namini yazibawa. No, separate the two.
Okay, zine emmotoka baziwadde mu mutima ki?
Mulungi, they are mobilizers.
For the NRM.
Bannaddiini, bakole omulimu gwabwe. Olunaku lumu gundi babuuza president babuuza gundi babuuza yali Cardinal Otunga. Cardinal Otunga had a different approach to politics in Kenya because Kenyan politics is tribalized. Few people didn't know that Otunga was a Kamba. Otunga kadi Otunga yali Mukamba. Naye nga ye mugezi. He used to go to Moi's place at night to influence him. Babuuza omubaka wa Papa Kenya, why don't you condemn Moi? Naga abaganya okusoma. What has he done to the Catholic Church? Religious leaders move to fight the government when their survival is in danger. Nge Burundi okuwera seminarios okukola kati Museveni aganye okukola ki buli w'omulumba n'omeandering into politics you lose. And as a result all institutions, religious institutions that we are fighting Museveni have ended up destroying themselves. Tulina monument nti ekkanisa yatunda church eyo egikabirira Museveni aga nti efuuke monument it must be gazetted. Bagenda mu kkooti ne babagamba ekkanisa mukyagala nti kanisa tetujagala fetwasebere n'okuweereza omwawula emyaka 10 egiyise n'ebembalase ne bakwata ddodo nembakuba kakati today Catholic Church is divided into 4 archdioceses. Tulina bakibisoposi bana buli omu yeetokerera omwo. Tetulina leader of the Catholic Church. The leader of the Catholic Church is the chairman of the Episcopal Conference. Kakati kitegeeza tine churches nazo religious groups. Museveni is telling them don't meander into politics.
They are supposed to be neutral.
Tuchimanyi yafuna early retirement ya Jasule Museveni.
Nzeitama tuchimanyi watu tuna opinion leaders nga basatu babika bisatu. Tulina mu president as the fountain of honor. Tulina mu abakulu b'ennono, tulina mu n'abalwe b'emwoyo. Okay? Recently
ono minister w'emmengo wa Butter Trade.
Labayiso kwa Nzeitama. Interreligious council yavayo ne tusubiza
leader move in a convoy is moving in a convoy.
Nzeitama
wa Butter Trade.
Interreligious council yavayo ne tusubiza nya bagena take out presidential debates. Debates are limited
me, I'm happy. I'm a very happy man. All of the institutions that we are causing us trouble have been destroyed.
Let me drive this question.
In fact, this is unless Museveni makes a mistake and it is money. An election without money has restored the voters' dignity. Sente muri era Bobi Wine mumutegeera. Bobi Wine amaze okukitegeera nti abaali bamuwa sente tebakyazina Museveni account yazigala. Ekyokubiri Bobi Wine n'ategeera nti aba people power abasinga obungi 80% have been saying 80% of people power candidates and abagenda mu parliament belong to the mafia gang. Bagala kudominating a parliament baleme babuza sente za COVID. Tetukunga abantu ne mubaka lumulabe.
Interreligious council mu 2018 yalina okuorganizinga
kugambye
national dialogue neremerwa bade balina okuorganizinga presidential debate nganya nebiremererwa
ogola yatulanga mu ntebe
ogola how much do they space
look what this
are they compromised
it depends.
Nze Tamale interreligious council are they compromised?
Nze ngoberera nnyo ecclesia y'abasodox. They are not far away from the Catholic Church. Ecclesia y'abasodox alibera faza awasa. You marry if you are going to be a priest. If you want to be a bishop, you don't marry. To wasa. Kakati it depends what do you want. Ebintu bya mu bisinga obukulu biba bimu. If you find somebody scanning the bush, now when Okutama ononye, first ask him, what are you looking for, gentleman? If he doesn't tell you why he's bending and what he's looking for, when he walks away, you walk away, because you don't know what he was looking for. In many cases, people who attack Museveni are just drawing his attention. Those people, once they get what they want, they abandon you. Chobula nzengoba byange. Sina advisor, sina abambaga wa people power, one. I'm here to stay beyond the elections. I'm here to stay beyond the Museveni's government. I'm still young. Sikwatirwamu. Kakati mmwe temumala kwebuuza nti omuntu ono ali ekibuli avuma Museveni. Even Muzata, the late Muzata at one time demanded a job, an advisory job from Museveni.
Wow.